What's good with y'all, man? Now look, this is another important video that y'all niggas need to tap into. We're entering through a whole different energy shift this year, bro. It's 2026. We're almost into 2027. We really don't got that long. It's time to lock in. Now look, this is one of the things that I've always been wanting to talk about, at least to my friends and to everybody that I know. Now look, today I'll be talking about why being in public areas be basically harvesting your energy, man. It is one of the most dangerous things for especially people who are sensitive to energy, because you can get easily drained by low vibrational people. I know some of y'all be feeling that. I know there's people out there that y'all probably talk to that y'all get easily tired. I know that shit, bro. That shit sucks. Now look, you kind of have to realize that we are made up from divine energy. We are consciousness. Our brains are shared from the quantum realm, which is why when God gives you those thoughts and ideas, and when you don't act on them, guess what always happens? Someone is usually probably coming to take those ideas probably from you, you know? That's usually how it works. When people kind of have a thought in their brain, and they usually don't go with the idea, you know, God usually gives that to somebody else, you know, at least to make that useful. It's just how it is, you know. I mean, we're all connected to each other in some sort of way. So you know, y'all have to understand that humans are very connected with each other. One of the things is that, now, this is the one that I'm also going to talk about. All right, my terms. You also got to remember that people are also freezer soldiers. They harvest on your emotions. And the big areas for these people can really prepare themselves for the next energy shift. That's just usually how it is. Now, there's a difference between androids and freezer soldiers, right? Androids are people who can actually drain your energy. For example, lustful females or men, people who will try to bait you to talk about your past traumas, maybe, to bring your energy down. That's usually how they, or at least that's what I call them. I call them androids. You know what I mean? Now, freezer soldiers are just normally these people who are sheep, basically. People who are easily controlled and followers. Those are people that you got to be careful from. Sometimes you got to stay away from those type of people. Trust me, those niggas will bring your energy down. This is how it is. Now, one of the things is, right, that I'm going to talk about, which is right here. Whew, your job. Your job, man. One of the main things that's the most annoying things that people can drain your energy. It is a community. There's a whole group of people that can drain your energy. Now, look, I'm gonna tell y'all something, right? I'm gonna give you some lore. All right. I was a security guard at Amazon, right? But one of the main things, right? One of the main things that I just did not like, right, is just that when people that talk to me, I don't know. And this has been happening since I was maybe like in high school. Maybe in high school, probably a little bit less. I didn't realize what it was, but there has been people that have been trying to speak to me at work that I get so tired. Y'all don't understand. When there's certain specific people that try to talk to me, and this is why I kind of stay away from people. I'm kind of that type of person that kind of like to stay away from at least the population. Like if I had a choice to live on like my own property and land, like miles away from other humans, bro, I would probably do that shit. I'm not gonna lie to you. I would do that shit. I'm the type of person that don't like to go to parties. I don't like being in a large group of specific people. And when there's specific people that have been trying to talk to me at work, I get so tired to the point where I feel like I'm about to pass out. Like, or like, you know, just fall asleep. Like, you know, like I hate that shit. And some of y'all have to realize that your local job is also a distraction on who you want to be, which is why they kind of give you a little pay for working 12 hours, or basically, you know, like they basically kind of trick you to thinking, oh, you need to work these certain amount of hours, right? That you need to work these certain amount of hours and you get paid for your hard work. But in reality, they basically kind of treat you like a sheep. They basically kind of like, or how would I say it? like our parents or like the old generation, right? Or it could be people in their early 20s like me. And their life and like, or like their take in life basically, right? It's like, oh, you should be working for the rest of your life and have everything until you're 60 or 7 years old. That's what that's basically what these jobs want you to be. They want you to be comfortable. They want you to outwork everyone. They expect you to be a good guy. That's how they like. It's true. It's just how they want you to be. That's why they try to reprogram your nervous system, your brain. They try to reprogram you to work or to outgrow people in the work industry when it's just like no one cares, bro. Like no one cares. It's the main reason why you have people in these job predicaments that snitch on you for like the smallest thing. Y'all, it is one of the most annoying things. I'm also going to get into that as well. But they also kind of expect you not to care about your health, you know. As soon as you see a lot of these things they are doing, you know, like it was like the most wrong thing, and then somehow it all turns back on you, right? So let me give you a little short story, right? When I was working at my job, right, and so basically my boss, right, or I wouldn't say my boss. I hate saying that shit. It's just so retarded. But I still remember so that we had a couple of people who had doctor's notes, right? And bro, and don't forget, like, the most important thing is that when you work at a job, you want to represent yourself, right? Or whatever you're doing. Like, you want to have your body in shape. You want to be the best as you can be. You know what I mean? Like, you want to be that person. You want to have your aura up. That's what you want. And, you know, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, my boss basically had the failed fusion build. I ain't gonna lie. Like, that nigga had the whole Mark Henry build, the estrogen booster build, whatever you name it. And he was balding at that time as well. So, but he fired me, right? But I'm gonna give you the main good reason why he fired me, right? So there was a time where my coworkers, when I was supervisor, basically they would be getting sick a lot, which you know, I also kind of explained that to a few other people, that we were getting sick a shit ton at my job, not just because we were working at a warehouse, but we wasn't getting enough sun, and you know, and you working night shift can also throw off your like your rhythm. Like, it kind of makes you very inconsistent, and that's one of the things that working night shift is also a trap. It actually gets you to be basically to throw you off your rhythm, so that you can basically just be a good boy and wake up and go back to work. That's basically what they want you to do. It's a whole trap. It's very, very probably one of the worst ideas to work night shift. So my coworker was getting sick a lot, and it wasn't just one. It was mostly like three of them. It was three of them. And one of them or two of them was getting sick to the point where they were going to the doctor, right? So they got a doctor's note, and even though that they let my boss know that, you know, that they were gone for a couple of days or a couple of weeks because they were very sick, and then they came back with their doctor's note, and our boss still wrote them up, even though that they had a doctor's note. And I still remember like this one time that one of the females was walking to the back, like basically to go talk to him. And so basically what happened was that, well, I wasn't really clearly hearing the conversation out for sure, but all I know is that they were arguing about the doctor's note because she got a write-up. And basically what happened was that she went to go talk to him in the back, and they were both arguing, and she was basically arguing about that he hasn't seen the doctor's note, and he was on his phone, because I think she sent a message to him. I think I do remember that. She ended up sending a message to him, and he was trying to basically sneak and be like, oh, okay. Because you know how, like, when you're on iPhones, like, you text people and it has like a little scene or like delivered thing or whatever that thing is. But he basically tried to like be slick with it. And then I guess the altercation kind of got a little bit more worse, and my boss basically just whooshed her away, like shooshed her away. like giving her like a little like hand gesture that okay, go away, and she just went the fuck off. I mean, like nigga, she was cursing this nigga. Man, it was crazy. It was crazy. She walked out. Another time was when I think one of the females was at a funeral and my boss was spam calling her, so that was kind of harassment. So she went to HR, which was even a bad idea, because usually when you go to HR, especially in jobs where they're not really with you, they if you go to HR, they're basically going to tell your boss, and you're just cooked from that, right? That's just how it is, right? That's just how it is. And it does kind of suck that does have to happen, that when you go to your certain jobs, they kind of like to fuck with you in some sort of way. That's why I say at least energy harvesting in warehouse jobs is probably one of the worst experiences, because there's just so many people who are just like, they're low vibrational because of the shit that they do, the shit that they say, and just not even that, but overall on how they carry themselves. Like it's almost like a mindset, right? It's almost like if you have that Goku mindset, like like you got all the aura, like you know what I mean. Like you feel good, like you're not talking bad about other people, you're not talking bad about yourself, and you know that you're gonna run into people who are just radiating off the Black Star Dragon Balls, or people who are just evil, completely evil as fuck. So those are the people that you really got to be careful about, especially in a warehouse job. Okay, now this slide is really going to be really specific on certain people that might be your loved ones, people who, your parents, girlfriend, friend, whoever, right? Some of y'all got to understand that these type of people that you also need to stay away from, and don't forget, this is hard. This is the hardest one. It's because this can be potentially your family members, and they'll basically kind of have like that mindset of, they kind of expect you to work for the rest of your life and not really caring about your health. And when you do care about your health, they really think that it's very surprising that you care about your health at maybe an early or up age. Because caring about your health, man, like I said, y'all, your physique is one of the best things, bro. Like I said, we are energy. We are consciousness. We are like a plant. We have to take care of our bodies. We gotta drink water. We gotta eat the right food. Stop eating all this goy slop. You know what I mean? That's the shit that we gotta do in this life. Because if you're not caring about your body, bro, in the future, you're gonna be fucked up. That's exactly like your guys gonna be fucked up. This is how it is. So it's very important that in the environment that you're in, and they kind of expect you to bow to everything, right? Like for instance, like for a kid that has like ADHD, right? When a kid that has ADHD, when they go to their class, right? When they can't process that same information that other people are doing, the teacher kind of like expect you to like there's something wrong with you, that you're not paying attention. And so now, since that you're a kid, now you have to accept that shit, right? Like it's kind of stupid, because I know that people who have ADHD are the most creative people on this planet. People who have ADHD or autism, people try to like demonize it, but it's crazy to me is that people try to really demonize autism or ADHD when people get their thoughts ideas collected together, they know exactly what they do with it, which is why they give us a lot of distractions, because people who have ADHD, they get overstimulated very easily, very fast. So if you're those type of people who have ADHD, be very mindful and be very careful on your phones and shit, because that shit can be a huge distraction, and it can really overstimulate you and make you forget a lot of things that you need to do in this world. So that's basically what they kind of want you to do, especially like your parents. They kind of expect you to work a job until you retire at old age to get the things that you want in life. Or it probably not even that. It can also be your girlfriend, man, or whoever that's in your life that cares about you. They really don't care about your ambitions, and when you have those ambitions, they always try to go for the little like permission slip, like option, basically trying to like recommend you like jobs, like, oh, you should work this, you should work that. I don't want to work that shit. All right, or like it could be something like that, when the things that you want to do in life that you need to get after. I'm being so serious. In this life, you have to go after it. You have to. Especially in this world, because everybody has no hope. Nobody has hope in what they're doing in this life. They're all misery, angry. But like I said, we are the blueprint. We are going to be the blueprint for this world, for the next generation and for our generation. So y'all niggas gotta realize that shit. Is that when these people in the environment that you're in, when everything is down, when the aura, the energy levels are down, it's more like the Parade of Dreams and that bitch. You gotta be careful. All right. You gotta be careful, because a lot of these people try to bring you down. You gotta do what you gotta do. Every single day you should wake up with a purpose. You have to. Because in this type of world, y'all, it's controlled, man. We're sheep. Literally, we're a sheep to these niggas. We're literally sheep to these niggas, bro. It's misery. All right, y'all. Y'all stay safe. See y'all next one.